Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all your updates. Very excited for today's video. It's Saturday, and on Saturday, I grab something off the shelves and I actually drink it. And I call it Cellar Saturday because that's alliterative. I'm hearing that this might have dropped off, so I wanted to do it this week. It's also the week before Bourbon County's 2021 release is happening, and I wanted to do at least a couple Bourbon County vintages before that happened, so this works out really well. So this is brand special number 4 stout. I think if I remember correctly, it was like at some diner, the special number 4 was like a thing, is where the name comes from. Oatmeal stout aged in bourbon barrels with coffee and maple syrup. One of the things I heard was it's a little thin drinking now, which is interesting because it's an oatmeal stout, so you would think the oats would have a nice body to it. I could see the coffee fading some, perhaps. Some beers really hold the coffee, some don't. And then maple, I love maple so much. I hope this has a decent amount of maple. So this looks like bottled back in September of 2021, so it's like a year and 2 months old. It's 13.3% ABV, and it's in collaboration with friends. Made with bourbon barrel aged maple syrup from Bissell Maple Farm. I still have a bottle of their bourbon barrel aged maple syrup that they use these barrels in. It's delicious. And coffee from Intelligentsia, which they're not partnering with either of these companies this year because they're not making a maple beer and they didn't do a coffee beer, but that's another video. I feel like I've spent enough time talking about all of this and I should just get into it. Proper glassware, so you know it's going to taste better, unless it doesn't. Unless I find it to be true as well, that it did not age wonderfully. All right, just over a finger of almost exactly what I would consider mocha colored head. Small bubbles, but they're breaking up very quickly. It's snap, crackle, and pop. It's Rice Krispies. They're breaking up quickly, and you see like little pops happening. The beer itself is somewhere between extraordinarily brown and light black. So you definitely see a mix of brown and black. It's not quite motor oil, but it's also not like just a regular like brown ale or whatever. It's somewhere in between, but it is really dark, don't get me wrong. Let's see about the aroma. The coffee is holding on pretty well, but I am getting a little bit of that vegetal green pepper thing. But it's not 100%. It's like 50-50, to be honest with you. Still get some maple, definitely some sweetness in there. A hint of vanilla too, which is nice. A little bit of oak. There is some nice roastiness. I think it's the coffee and the base beer working well together. There is oak wood and then just like a generic woodsy kind of a thing, like outdoor wet wood. Some nice chocolate notes. Almost like a graham cracker, but without the cinnamon. It does smell good. I'll tell you what, like I do like the aroma. Let's see about the taste. Cheers. I'm not gonna say it got better with age. Like that's definitely fair. Age did not up it at all or whatever. And if I am remembering correctly, I did like this better fresh. So to be fair. Now that being said, this is not like undrinkable. This isn't a drain pour. This isn't some awful beer. But what am I getting? How about just that? So it is a little thin. Which again is interesting given it's an oatmeal style. I have to watch my original review. I don't remember what I said about body in that or if I said anything. I do get some really nice dark chocolate notes, especially this aftertaste. It's like straight up like I just ate a piece of dark, like very dark chocolate, like 85-90% cacao. A lot of, and I think what's helping that is the coffee. I didn't get a green pepper taste in it. I got coffee. I got a little bit of that maple. It was very reminiscent of like just breakfast. And I think that coffee is a big part of that in this beer. maybe some like chocolate pancake, like chocolate chip pancakes or something. Like I don't know, or maybe the maple syrup a little bit too. So maybe it's not only the coffee, but it's mostly the coffee that makes this drink breakfasty. There's a nice sweetness to it. As someone who loves sweet things, there is a nice sweetness to this. I definitely get some maple specifically. It pops about 3/4 of the way through the sip. Not a maple sweetness, but just the maple taste. Because at that point the beer's getting a little dry. Again, very sweet beer, not like dessert stout, but like very sweet. And then it starts drying out a little bit, but you still get this pop of specific just maple taste without the sweetness, which is kind of cool. I based on the comments, I think I like this more than them, but I will acknowledge this is definitely not the best variant I've had in terms of aging it. But it is delivering some flavors I really like, so I do appreciate that. And I kind of remember that I had actually completely forgotten about the oatmeal stout thing, and it kind of puts into my head like this would be a pretty full-bodied beer. A little bit of that graham cracker taste too, again without the cinnamon, does come through. Their notes are mocha, which makes sense with the chocolate and coffee. I didn't think to say mocha specifically, but yes, definitely mocha. Roasted nuts. My mind doesn't go there. Sweet maple. Yeah, I talked about that a decent amount. And a touch of blueberry. I forgot about that tasting. No, I don't get any blueberry in this. Sometimes in stouts you can with the the base beer. Fair enough. Roasted nuts. Maybe like a hazelnut Nutella vibe, but I didn't pull that. But I guess I can kind of see it, but I did not pull that. It's good beer. It's good. Don't get me wrong. Like it is definitely good. I'm not mad at it. I'm glad I had this bottle to drink. Again, I think I like it a little bit better than they were saying. But yeah, I can fully acknowledge this is not as good as other ones I've aged, and that's definitely fair to say. Thanks for the inspiration to drink it this week, guys. I appreciate that. Have you had this beer before? Have you had it lately? Have you had any Bourbon County products lately? They're doing the same thing I am, having a couple vintages before the new stuff comes out. Anything, everything, comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untappd. There's no hype beer reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.